Hello, this is Brian Resney, President of Resney Wealth Management. From time to time, I receive letters from TV and radio show listeners. We actually received one last week, and I'd like to read you the letter and kind of respond overall. Dear Mr. Resney, every week on your radio show, you tell about the evils of index annuities and the insurance products as investments. It's good that you are warning people of these products. But what can be done or should be done with the industry and the legislative legalities of these? It seems that annuities and universal life hawkers are getting away with seriously hurting people with very little recourse. None of them ever make full and proper disclosures how these products really work, operate, or what you're signing up for. Perhaps you could talk about this on your show. There needs to be something more than just you and a handful of others telling the evils of these products. Because every time I turn around, there's either a radio show or somebody advertising basically a free steak dinner for these products. There are more shows and ads. Unfortunately, they're not quality like your firm. Now, this is a great letter, and I get letters like this from time to time, and I do get a lot of phone calls, we get emails and the like. So equity index annuities, universal life products, special products that help you with long-term care that you invest in. Unfortunately, the industry is really a problem child, and 98% of firms, remember this, 98% of firms are not fee-only fiduciary money managers like Resney Wealth Management. So that means they do not have to work in your legal best interest 100% of the time. That's 98% of the firms and advisors. Remember, when they create these crummy index annuity products, they have to have all kinds of disclosures in the product itself. The problem is most consumers don't read these disclosures, nor do you probably understand them. They're very complex. If you buy an equity index annuity, you might get a 100-page annuity contract prospectus or more, bigger, 200 pages in some circumstances, that basically give all of this information that, again, is very complex. Most consumers are not going to read it all, nor would you understand it. So the regulator's job is not to say you can't sell these people the product. The regulator's job is to pretty much approve every product with all kinds of disclosures. So if you go to the store and you want to buy a moldy loaf of bread, they can sell you a moldy loaf of bread. They just have to disclose it's a moldy loaf of bread, and you're essentially signing off on a moldy loaf of bread. So 98% of firms are not fee-only fiduciary money managers like Resney Wealth Management. That means 98% of advisors are really selling a lot of junk that their firms manufacture or require them to sell. And I would say 98% of products in general never belong in your portfolio. People ask me often, well, why do they invent options and all kinds of structured products and all types of various annuities and insurance products? And again, these come from the brokerage houses also and the banks, because it's very profitable for these firms to develop products with a lot of extra cost structure that then gets kicked back to these firms or the organizations that manufacture these products. The only investments realistically that are needed in a portfolio would be individual stocks, individual bonds, and ETFs, exchange traded funds, in our opinion. All the under 98% of products that are manufactured are really garbage that are ladled with fees, expenses, and warnings that are really not good for the consumer. But again, depending on what license your advisor has or what they're trying to peddle and sell, it's because of the fees their firm gets and or the commissions or a combination of the two. Unfortunately, the industry is never going to change. It's only you, the consumer, that can read the fine print. Unlike our clients that actually work with a real fee-only fiduciary money manager that legally works for the client 100% of the time, the vast majority of people out there are working with really blatant salespeople with little regard for your financial future. It's sad, but that's the truth. The only protection you have as a consumer is you need to read the fine print, get it in writing that the firm you are utilizing is a fee-only fiduciary money manager. Anything less is really a sales job and blatant conflicts of interest that work against your financial security. Hopefully this was educational. Have a safe and profitable day.